So first off, I did see that you were rocking, we'll go right into some D2R stuff because it's kind of our bread and butter. I seen you were rocking the new Assassin with the Mosaics, right? What's your first off opinions on that one? It's obviously super powerful from what I've seen.
So yeah, a big fan of the Mosaic Assassin. I was the one that was able to reveal that rune word. So I think just that alone had a little spot in my heart. Mosaic, I kind of feel very partial to it. I'm also a big fan of assassins just in general. Right now, with the balance and where the assassin is, I think a lot of people are leaning towards it being a little bit overpowered, but I think that's from seeing a clip and watching how it's going to absolutely destroy, a player's 8 game. Or even I put up a video where I beat Ubers in under a minute with the Mosaic Assassin, and everyone's saying that that's very overpowered and what have you. But
so it's your fault everyone thinks it's OP. Okay.
there was some outcries before that, but I didn't help things for sure.
I just messed around. Yeah.
But there are a lot of pros to the martial arts assassin. The damage output's kind of silly. You have multi elements, so you really don't have to worry about immunities. But there are also some cons, and some of the cons being that you have to be right up in the face of your enemies if you want to attack them. So it's a pseudo melee build, which we don't have too many of those that are rocking the S tier or the top end of the OP spectrum. But in addition to that, not only do they have to be really up and close and personal and very vulnerable as a result of that, but they also have the whole charging mechanic, which, when you're watching a highlight reel of a Mosaic Assassin, they've got all their charges built up. All you see is them unleashing. You don't see what happens if they go 15 seconds without hitting a monster. You don't see the lead up, to that point and trying to get all your charges up and maintaining them. And so there are drawbacks to the class which are being ignored, but we can't deny the power that we are seeing with the Mosaic Assassin. And I would say the complaints that are warranted are I think it fills up the screen a little too much with a lot of animations, and some people aren't asking for that, and there's no way to turn off these animations in game, and you might just be in a relaxing bail run at the end of the day. You just work the shift and you're trying to chill and you don't want to stress out your eyes, and then a Mosaic Assassin shows up, fills your screen, your monitors are blowing up. It's like a flashbang, and no, I can understand why that could get on some people's nerves, and maybe eventually we're able to tune that down. But that's kind of where I stand on it. What about you? How are you feeling?
If to be honest, with all the changes in D2R, I've kind of, between talking to people like yourself on the Philcast and people while I'm streaming, different comments and stuff, I've really kind of softened up to different changes in D2R. I was known as anti-change guy. I was negative for everything, but it was kind of partially because I was just like, at the time when the new stuff was happening, I was still like in love with playing the game. I still was holy grailing, looking for this item, looking for that item, and it was like, don't change it yet. I'm not ready for that stuff. Like I'm not bored with the game yet. So I have really kind of softened up to a lot of the change stuff, though, when I stop and think, has it really hurt the game or ruined the game? Has it made it worse for me after playing it? So when it comes strictly to the Mosaic, I'm not too, I don't think it's too powerful or whatever. I might think it's maybe a little too powerful for the runes that it uses at a Maul and a Gull. Like if it was just throwing out there a Zod and a Gull or something super rare like that, even though it's not quote unquote trade super valuable on Battle.net, sure, at least then it's like something super rare, and getting 2 of them would be kind of crazy. Like to find 2 Zods is astronomically crazy. I do think that something with how it looks visually needs to be changed, because I feel bad that I had to do this, but I literally, when I was doing runs, I had to be, one time and sorry, whoever, I forget who it was now, but I'm like, you have to leave. Like, I can't stop squinting every time you flash. And the build, it works really good. He's going around crushing everything, but I just, literally can't open my eyes. Like, I got to look like Cooley here while I'm streaming. It was just too much. Not to mention, I just got a brand new graphics card. I didn't get the 4090. Unfortunately, I'm not Moneybags Phil over here. I had to get a 4070 Ti. And we were out at the River of Flames, which already is kind of a struggle. I started like dropping frames with a 4070 when he was going crazy, not to mention the squint and stuff. So I can't imagine somebody who's maybe on a 3060 or something like that. And someone like that comes in the game and they got to leave. It's a bad look, I guess you could say. And I don't necessarily know if they keep it in the game, what they would do if they articulate to everybody, you're only going to see 1 out of 4 animations, but they are all there, you know, or something like that. So you're getting the full damage, but you're only seeing every 4th or something. The actual power of Mosaic, I think it's fine, you know, with it having to get right up in people's faces, like you had mentioned. It looks like, even though it wrecks so much, watching you play it and watching some other people, Llama, I haven't played it a ton. I just tried it out real quick. It looks like it, the survivability maybe isn't completely godly survivability, because I see you guys kind of paying attention, giving it a full rejuve here and there while you're doing stuff. It's not like Smiter with Exile, you know, and you're just like sit. You know, it's not quite that level of when you're going after the Ubers and stuff. So I think the power is kind of fine for having to get right up in people's faces like that. Yo, fellas, this is a new channel, so double check and make sure you're subscribed up.